All right, Kelly, thank you. Well, Portland State University says now is the time to act. PSU calling members of the BIPOC community for a special summit happening tomorrow.
The event hopes to build partnerships across BIPOC groups so they can work together for a thriving future. And joining us live with a preview of tomorrow's public discussion is PSU President Stephen Percy and Dr. Ame Lambert, who's Vice President of Global Diversity and Inclusion at PSU. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning. Thank you for having us.
Morning.
First of all, I'd like to start with you, President Percy. You have made racial justice and equity at Portland State University a top strategic priority. How did that come about and why is that?
Well, I've been interested, thank you for that question. I've been interested in diversity, equity, inclusion for a lot of my career. And I had a chance at Portland State University, for example, to work with our Diversity Action Council for several years and seeing the good work that many of our folks on campus were doing. But after the deaths of George Floyd and Breonna Taylor and the racial reckoning that this community and country have been going to go through, I realized I had my own reckoning that I don't think we were doing enough. We weren't leaning into the work deep enough. We weren't doing it rapidly enough. We just needed to be much more intentional and direct about combating racial injustice and equity. And so when I became president, I identified that as a primary my first priority, and the campus joined me in that initiative. And so we're very committed to this work. We engage in a process that involved first listening, then planning, and now action. I said at the start, this is a long-term commitment and a long-term process and journey we have to go on to be successful, but we're very committed to that. And so I was very fortunate at the time to be able to recruit Dr. Ame Lambert to the PSU campus, who Dr. Lambert serves as our spiritual, compassionate, but dogged advocate for racial justice and equity on an initiative that we're undertaking as a whole campus.
I was going to say, yeah, Dr. Lambert, again, as the Vice President of Global Diversity and Inclusion, this has to be a summit and an idea that's close to your heart. Talk about what this event is all about and what prompted it.
It is. Thank you. So there are two goals in our Time to Act Racial Justice Plan that tie directly to tomorrow's convening. One is ensuring that our racial justice and our community engagement goals intersect. So as you know, PSU has a proud tradition of community engagement. Our motto is let knowledge serve the city. And as the president said, what we are trying to do now is ensure that our knowledge intentionally serves the BIPOC community in Portland and its surrounding areas. And the second is being BIPOC centered and led. And this is about leaning into the idea, what I will say is the truth, that the blueprint for the survival and the thriving of BIPOC communities has always been in BIPOC communities. So it is about Portland State University as an anchor institution coming alongside the community and having the assets and the goals and the dreams of the community intersect with the asset and the goals and the dreams of the university in ways that cause those dreams to become reality.
Yeah, this is for either one of you. How will you know that this event is a success? What are you using to evaluate this?
I will say that. First, I'll give a quick shout out to the success that we've already had, right? So we've had 5 prior convenings, 250 people came to those convenings. So already success there, new relationships being formed, new projects being developed. We have 250 people signed up to show up tomorrow. Y'all come out. And so really, there already is success on the way. But as we think about the success from tomorrow and beyond, it is about tapping into the magic that happens when people come to co-create, right? And tapping into that magic, harnessing that creativity to create innovative solutions to really complex challenges, but also unprecedented opportunities. And then it's looking for ways to partner, right, in different ways that cause us to be greater than the sum of our parts, so that our future is one where BIPOC communities thrive. Because we know that a future where BIPOC communities are thriving is a future where the community writ large and everyone in it is thriving. What you do to advance minoritized communities always uplifts the whole.
So are you talking in terms of entrepreneurship, political involvement, community involvement? What areas are you looking to create these partnerships? President Percy?
Well, I think we're open to all those areas. I think it's helping people to get good employment. It's helping to overcome biases and problems in public policy. It's trying to figure out what the assets and the needs are in communities and giving voice and uplifting the voice of those communities so that we can co-create together with us as a humble but very dedicated partner.
Well, it's a great initiative, and I'm glad to hear that there's already been some success laid down and tried to build upon that. President Percy and Dr. Lambert, thank you both so much for taking the time to talk about this event this morning. Really appreciate it.
A pleasure.
Thank you.
All right, take care. And again, the BIPOC event, Time to Act, happening tomorrow from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. It's being held at University Place Hotel in downtown Portland. You can register for the event right now by going to pdx.edu/diversity.